Welcome to another edition of 42 Straight Years In. I'm a crackhead update. This is an old one here. Uh, when I got out of prison, I was released to Austin, Texas, and I had been out about 2 weeks. And I was downtown Austin. Man, I was amazed at all the people. It was a Friday. It was about 6 in the afternoon, man. All the people out partying, all the college students coming in on buses, going heading to 6th Street. I was on the corner of Congress and 6th Street. That's one of the big bus stops in Austin. Man, be a lot of people there waiting on the bus. Anyway, I saw this pretty Chicano chick. Man, I'm real aggressive. I just started talking to her. She feeding into the conversation. I asked her what bus she was riding. I was riding the 7 to Dove Springs. She lived in the same neighborhood, not too far from where I live. So I was telling her, hey, come on over to my spot. And she said she was doing it. So I got my arm around me and her just talking. Man, I know any fucking thing. A motherfucker hit me right in the mouth. And I've trained myself all them years in prison. If somebody steal you or beat for you, they call it different terms in prison. Some of them say they beat for you, or you stole off on a guy. Your first reflex is to swing with everything you got to try to get that person to back up to give you time to maybe shake the blow off or defend yourself. So he hit me in the mouth. This was her lover. I didn't know she was into no shit like that. She didn't tell me she got a lover right there. And it was a black chick. When I spin, I hit her ass. I knocked her down standing by Starbucks. She fell down on the steps. And I unleashed a can of ass whooping on her. Boy, I tore her ass up and put them tennis shoes on. And I snapped. I said, damn, even people over at the bus stop. A lot of guys are sitting there smoking weed and shit. They said, damn, man, that dude beating the hell out of that motherfucking hoe. I said, goddamn, police is all downtown Austin. On motorcycles, horses, bicycles, walking, in cars. I said, oh, shit. So I walked up to 7th Street. I just walked off at a normal pace. When I got to 7th Street in Congress, I turned that corner. I started running. I didn't know where to go but to the state capitol. I ran up to the state capitol and I sit down up there. There's a lot of homeless people sleep on the state capitol grounds. The DPS is the security at the state capitol. When it's closed, as long as you don't try to come in, they won't bother you. You can stay out on the ground. People be out on the ground smoking weed, everything. They don't say shit. Man, I look back down Congress Avenue. I seen cops stopping a lot of black dudes. Some had backpacks, pouring this shit out on their car, searching them. I'm sitting right up there looking. Hey, I spend the night at the state capitol until the first buses started running again about 4 o'clock in the morning. I didn't want to take a chance, even though it's a bus stop right down the corner. I didn't want to take a chance standing there at that bus stop and a cop drive by. But I was back downtown about a month later. I run into that same fucking woman again. This time she walked up and apologized, say, man, I'm sorry about it, man. I didn't mean me and her not together no more. I was thinking this woman trying to hold me for the cops. So I said, yeah, okay, all right, and talked to her and walked away. We did the same routine. I went up to the state capitol, killed some time, then I run down to the bus stop, hopped on a bus and got my ass off from downtown. Well, that's my crackhead update. Y'all know what it is. Get your shanks out. And let's get ready to ride. Somebody in the comment section just said that why people didn't testify against Cat. Oh, they did in the federal court. That's why the prison system got slick and changed his job from warden to Director of Southern Agriculture. That's the job they gave him. He overhauled the southern prison agriculture. Oh, they testified against him in court. But one reason you couldn't nail none of those old wardens, no inmate personally stepped forward and say, yeah, I was the inmate who killed this guy. Or they killed him and they told me to take the rap for it. Nobody said that. So they really couldn't nail him. There was no evidence. Yeah, this incident happened. The paperwork showed that this guy was in a fight and he got hurt. Or this guy tried to escape, he got shot. So you couldn't refute none of the shit. They had their shit airtight. They were well organized. They've been doing this shit forever. They were organized. They tie all the loose ends up. And a guy was talking about why people didn't get out and go attack these people's family. He was about the same way Texas prison was. He was like that in other states the same damn way. This is the 70s. Man, they wasn't giving a damn about no inmates in no other state. Now Texas prison is totally different. Those guys would assault a guard like it ain't shit. Yeah, I just received a letter from the Styles unit about 20 minutes ago. I went to the mailbox and checked. I know buddy at the Styles, he told me a guy cut his mattress open, covered himself with grease, got inside the mattress and set it on fire and killed himself. There'd be a lot of suicides in Texas prison. That shit don't never hit the news. A lot of people commit sideways. A lot of them. The guy asked me about leading up to my release from prison. Well, it was business as usual for me, but they went on lockdown. That was our fourth day on lockdown. And I knew it was going to be a hell of a lockdown. Normally it's about 2 weeks. They shake the whole prison down, then we resume normal operation. But this lockdown was going to be different. They had started on 8 building first. Shook 8 building down. The warden happened to be walking down the sidewalk and smelled cigarettes and weed. Made him go back and tear 8 building up again. That means this was going to be a thorough shakedown. That was total disrespect. They ain't been shook down 30 minutes and here they are smelling weed and cigarettes. So I know it's going to be hell. Well, I had went to work as usual. On lockdown, if you work on a lockdown day, they have you to pack all your property and take it up to the barber shop. I do mine even better. I take mine up to the warden's office. It ain't gonna never get searched. You never gonna get searched. Couple of guys that I know, I might well have their cell phone, have this guy's weed, this guy's cash money. You know, they gonna pay me to hold this shit. But mine be right there in the office. And I don't never get searched. I put it on a cart when the shakedown is over, push the cart back and load it back up in my cell like ain't nothing ever happened. Well, anyway, this particular morning, the warden's wife was inside the prison. But then when they're going to have a lockdown, I always have a heads up because the wardens be talking. Warden asked me, say, you got enough commissary? I said, no, which I did. I kept plenty of damn commissary. And he wrote me a pass real fast to go to the commissary. About an hour later, the lockdown started. So you had to be prepared. They do this every 6 months in Texas prison, have a 6-month lockdown, and they search the whole prison. So most inmates keep what they call a lockdown bag with a lot of Roman noodle soups in it, a couple pouches of chili and tuna, and different little snacks. Be prepared. You almost got to prepare for 30 days. Because if shit go wrong, you're going to be locked down 30 days. A good lockdown is 10 to 14 days. Depends on what they find and how thorough they search. Well, anyway, the warden's wife told me that I was leaving. She said, you leaving here this morning. Go back and pack all your stuff. I went back and gave all my property away. Guys are going to be there a long fucking time. And when I came to Styles Unit, it was raining. I've been assigned to that prison twice. Every time I ever came to that prison, it was raining. It was raining in the morning, and I got ready to leave. I know the routine. Depends on what day it is. Depends on what time that prison bus gonna show up. Certain days they got to go to the high tower unit. Then it comes on around to Pulaski, then come on down to Stiles. This was gonna be one of the long mornings. It's gonna arrive about 9:30 and take us to Huntsville. It was 12 of us catching the bus from Stiles. 3 guys going home, the other 9 going to immigration. And we arrive in Huntsville, and they put you in these jumper suits. When you being released, they put you in a special jumpsuit. I forget what's wrote on the back of it. And they make you go to all these damn meetings and HIV tests, which at the unit I already had took 2 at the prison, and hepatitis B shot. Well, anyway, we was released that morning, and they called the parolees. Guys discharging first. The guys get the monitors. They call them up and put the monitors on them. Then they hand you release papers, and it includes a check, 2 checks, one for your trust fund. Well, one is the trust fund from inmate trust fund. The other one is your bus ticket, non-refundable, one-way ticket. And they call you and say, let's go. Let everybody out at the same time. I was the last one to walk out the door. It's a lady who was over the parole board then. She was in there for guys who on monitors. Her name was Reese Owens. She told me, say, sir, don't slam that door, will you please? I said, all right. And I eased the door. She said, all right, thank you. We walking down the sidewalk. It's an old white guy. He taking all his property with him. He going to a halfway house. A little young Hispanic guy helping him tote his property. Man, we walking slow as hell. And there's a young black guard up on the gun tower. We said, say, man, y'all free. Goddamn, don't act like you're scared. Go on down the street, man, to the bus station. And, man, this guy's family members standing out there waiting on him, crying, hugging their family members. Ain't nobody waiting for me. Everybody dead. Ain't got nobody waiting. On my own. I walked out, the little Hispanic guy say, schoolers, we free? I say, no, man, not until we get out from under these damn gun towers. So he kind of attached to me. He seen I was an old school dude. I didn't talk down to no youngster. I didn't talk to him like I know every damn thing. So he hung out with me. He was going to Austin also, to a halfway house. He had a 3-year sentence. He was coming from the Ferguson unit. Man, when we got to the bus station, they all calling you, hey, come cash your check here. Cash your check here. I went to the first guy, cashed my check, and got a pack of cigarettes and a cigarette lighter. Went on down to the Greyhound bus station. They have a special bus waiting on. It's a chartered bus. Only inmates, ex-inmates allowed to ride this bus. It take you to Houston. I don't give a fuck where you going. You got to go to Houston first and make arrangements. And we missed the first bus when we got to Houston. We would have had to go to San Antonio, then from San Antonio to Austin. So we had to wait about another 3 hours, and an Austin bus arrived. I was so happy, man. It's a lot, man. There's some guys on the bus. Once we got on the regular Greyhound, man, them guys, man, they was swarming them women on that bus. This little young Hispanic dude, he fucking right on the bus. I think he did about 8 years. Man, he had him a little pretty white girl. He fucking right on that bus. So we got to Austin. Man, I remember we was coming in, man. I looked, see the skyline of Austin. I said, man, this is what it feel like being free. I wasn't overwhelmed. I felt like this. Man, if I survive all them fucking years inside the prison, I can survive outside. I used to look at people, some of the guards, I say, man, these pitiful motherfuckers making it on the outside. I know damn well I can handle it. Because a lot of them say, man, I don't know if you can keep up with the outside. But the key to the outside is to have some damn money. That's the key to the whole damn thing. You ain't got no money, you finna have a hard fucking time. Ain't nothing free. They don't call you for free laundry and free clothes and free food. They ain't how it work out here. Ain't nothing free. And I had met this chick, a pen pal. She had came visit me, and I had sent her $8,000 out of my prison account. When I get to Austin, I called her. She was at work. She drive the city bus in Austin. So she finally got off work. She came pick me up at the bus station. And me and her took me to Walmart, got me some underwear, 2 pair of pants and a shirt. This woman done fucked off all my money. And 17 days later, she put me out of her house. I don't know nobody in Austin. I had met this Hispanic lady that lived in this apartment complex, lived right across from her, named Maria. Me and her would talk. So when she put me out, I had went and talked to Maria. I said, say, can I leave my stuff at your house? I didn't know where to go in Austin. But I made it. In fact, right now I could go to Austin. I'd be a kingpin there now. I got car, got money to pay rent. Well, I'd be okay. But it seemed like I couldn't get my roots in Austin. I would have good ass jobs. I got that bullshit ass prison mentality. Caused me to lose a fucking job. It's hard for me. Old as I am here, I got a 23-year-old telling me what I ought to do. And I'm working at Goodwill. I got in a damn fight at Goodwill. I said, man, I'm going to sit back to prison. I got to get the fuck out of Austin. So I made me a decision to go back to Dallas. I said, at least in Dallas, I might see some damn body I know where I can get some type of assistance. And this motherfucker, only people I see is ex-inmates. And most of them ain't doing good at all. They ain't doing what the fuck. So I made the decision to leave Austin. It was a fun city. I blame a lot of stuff on me. I don't blame it on no one. I had good ass job, Dell computer, all that. Lose the goddamn job. And know I need this job to live on. But I lose, I say, fuck it, I can make it in. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna make it anyway. At least I told the truth about that. I can look back, but I don't never forget. I'm doing okay for myself now. I'm gonna go to the Polunsky unit. This guy had a relationship with this chick, and she done set him up. He had a cell phone. He called at her house, and they FaceTime and all that shit. So I was sitting in the day room playing chess. He run up to his cell door. He's in his cell. He come to the door and hollered out, say, man, I just got a call from Warden Alfred. The warden done called him on his cell phone and told him, say, take that cell phone down to the day room, lay it on the table. We'll be over there in about 10 minutes to pick it up. Leave the SIM card in it. If we don't have the SIM card, we're going to tear that whole cell block up. And that guy know if he the one brought the heat, them youngsters ain't trying to hear nothing you talking about. If you brought that heat over there, your ass going to have to ride that. So he said, say, man, what I'm going to do? Dude said, shit, put the phone out on the day room table. You going to get all the rest of us fucked up. She was up in the tower. She got the speaker turned on. She can hear what these guys talking in the day room. So she got on the PA system. She said, yeah, you fucking motherfucker. Put it in the day room on the table. That's a no-no at Polunsky. The youngsters went up there and got on the speaker and told us to say, you don't like your job that well. So you ain't gonna be able to work here no more. Oh, fuck you, motherfucker, rah. So she got moved to the second shift. That means she gonna be working at night from 6 to 6 in the next morning. So they caught her working the gate. Standing there by herself. This one of these days, they short of staff. These youngsters going to breakfast. Man, they beat the hell out of this damn woman. They told her, one thing I can say about Polunsky, them youngsters over there is hard. They tore her ass up. Beat her down, left her laying there. About 5 or 6 of them just stomped the hell out of her. And back on lockdown. We had just come off a 65-day lockdown. They had broke the warden's jaw. So they beat her up. We back on lockdown again. Y'all follow me over on, support me over on Patreon. Keep your shanks ready. Because we definitely going to have to ride on these fuckers. I can see it in the air. Now, like and subscribe, and I thank you for watching.